What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Comic Swag. It's your boy J-Rock right here. Today I'm gonna be hitting you with an omnibus haul. These are all omnibuses and 2 hardcovers. Now, this haul is gonna be a little bit different because every book here, with the exception of 1 book, was bought on Facebook. That wasn't bought on your online websites, right? More specifically, it was bought on a Facebook group. The Gemini's woo woo. That's right. I see you guys. I see you. So this was it's called the Gemini's Omnibus Hoarders and Comic Book Readers Group. All right.
You funny, homie.
I see what you did there. I didn't get it at first until I read it a few times. I was like, it says Omnibus Hoarders, implying that us Omnibus collectors, we don't read our books, right? Only the comic book readers and Omnibus Hoarders, right? Because the omnibuses, they're so thick and there's so many pages, people assume like, oh, nobody gets through one of those books, right? Much less 100 of them, right? So I was like, all right. So anyway, I thought that was just pretty good and pretty clever. A nice play on words there that I had never noticed before until I was dropping this video. So anyways, great group of guys there. We talk about video games, comics, hardcovers and whatnot, right? Even statues as well. Anything comic book or geek related, go ahead and check it out. If I could find out how to get the link, I'll put it on the description down below. So let's just talk about the books I got. They were recently having fire sale, right? Basically, they were selling everything at crazy prices. This usually happens every summer. People start going out, start wanting, needing some extra spending money to take the family on vacation or whatever, right? You get 2 weeks off of work and whatnot. So the first thing that goes is the hobbies, right? Like, let's sell some of the books I no longer read. That's what people usually do in these groups. So I come to expect that. I've been there about 6 years already. So you see every year, you see the cycle every summer, right? So this summer was crazy though. It was a lot more sales than usual. Okay, so a lot of us were in the same boat. Where we're kind of happy with our collections and we're just waiting for new releases, new announcements, and kind of see which one I add to the wish list, right? I was one of those people where my wish list was empty. I was like, I got everything I want. I'm pretty current. I'm just waiting for new announcements of X-Men omnibuses that I may not have. And then now start adding them to a wish list, right? But at the moment I was like, I'm done. I'm just waiting to see what's out there later, right? It's pretty much that's how this year went. I was ordering maybe 2 omnibuses a month. And then, boom, the last 2 months, I ordered a grip of stuff. So just as I was making a bunch of shelf space, filled it right back up because there was a lot of stuff I decided to collect new series, right, that I didn't have. This series, one being the Transformers, which took up a lot of space as well. So anyways, right. So let's just get to what I got. I wish I remembered every seller's name. If I go back and look through my messages, I probably can write down everybody's names, but I'm not gonna do all that. So if you watch this video, you know who you are, you know who sold me what, right? So shout out to all you guys, man, because you guys hooked your boy up with some great prices. Really appreciate it. The first book we're gonna talk about is this one, She-Hulk by Dan Slott. Still sealed. I got this book for 40 bucks. No, I think 45 bucks if I'm correct. It was 45. Still sealed, brand new. Cover price is 100. So on in-stock trades it was going for about 60. So I got it about $15 less, right? With taxes about 65. So really I got it about $20 less, still sealed. I have read this material and I love it. It's really good. Not a fan of the art in the first half of the book. Kind of sucks in my opinion. But the second half it gets a lot better. And the story itself, oh man. This is She-Hulk at its finest. It's also the only She-Hulk I've ever read, but I get the feeling already that it's gonna be the best She-Hulk I've ever read. Really funny. I know they did the TV show. It was loosely based on this, but this is a million times better. Very comedic. She's a lawyer. I don't want to give away too much. Maybe I'll do another review on it. I did one a long time ago. Maybe it's time to re-up it, right? But yeah, I got this for 45 bucks. Next book, Extreme X-Men. Got this for 40 bucks. This one is used. Cover price is also 100 bucks. So basically 60% off, right? With no tax. I had this one on my wish list. I just didn't want to pay. It goes for 62 on in-stock. So it's about 70 with tax. And I was like, I don't know if I want to pay 70 for this book. Because I hear the material's not the greatest. So I was like, oh, I don't want to pay 70 on something I might not like. And then it's pretty much out of continuity. So I was like, I don't need it. Like, it's not necessary for what I'm collecting, which is the continuity, right? So I was like, it's skippable. But at that price, I was like, yes, I'll buy it at 40. It's worth the try. If I don't like it, I'm pretty sure I could get the 40 bucks back, right? So yeah, I got this one. Okay, this is the inner cover to Extreme X-Men. Gotta say, I'm digging the cover of the book itself, right? Okay, it's my first time looking through this book actually. I just got it and I kind of had it sitting there. Huh. Oh yeah, it does have the contents right here. It says X-Men Unlimited 1 to 24, Extreme 1 to 2. Okay, it has everything right here. I think this character is on the X-Men DN. Also written by Chris Claremont. I wish they made a hardcover or something of that one. That one I would rebuy. I had it in the thick trade. Sold it a while back. I do want to read it. I don't hear good things about it, but I still want to read it. Because it is still Chris Claremont, so I do want to read his stuff. This is also Chris Claremont, and I also hear this is not that good. But like I said, this one, it's not in continuity. Neither is the other one, but like I said, I kind of, if I find it at the right price, I would get it, which I got it already because I was interested in reading it. The art is solid. I like the artist. We got a lot of this in the late 90s, early 2000s. We started getting a lot of this art. It's kind of almost anime-ish because there was the whole craze with Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, and all that stuff, and Dragon Ball Z. That's when it started spilling over into the Western comics. Wanted to kind of get a piece of that action. That's where the sales were. That's what the kids wanted. So they're like, hey, let's make our characters look like in that style, right? Wow, look at Archangel's costume here in Extreme X-Men. Lot different. Almost looks like the Revolutionary. I believe that's his name. The Evolutionary. It almost looks like his suit. Psylocke has her face paint looks different there. I believe from what I remember, I think it goes all the way up. I don't even know how she got that face paint there. I don't think I've read that far into X-Men yet. But yeah, this looks at least the art looks pretty good. So can't wait to read this one as well. Alright, the next book, I got this one on eBay. This is the only one that wasn't on the group. Killer deal. This was kind of gonna be a skip, but I know it's in continuity, so I was like, I do kind of need it, but I heard it also sucks. Never read it. I haven't got this far into my X-Men reading, but it's a cable omnibus. It's called Soldier X. Oh no, it's called Cable Soldier X, right? So I got this for 17 bucks. It's not super big like the other omnis, but still 17 bucks. Killer deal for this. Hopefully it's good. It is in continuity, so I will have to read it because I am doing my X-Men reading in chronological order. If you follow me on that journey, you know what I'm talking about. Go ahead and check out the videos. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. That way you'll follow me on my X-Men journey as I read every story arc and I drop a little video with pictures and everything for you guys, right? So yeah, this one, that one was also still sealed. This one was open, but it's still like, us collectors, we keep shit in mint condition. It's like new, right? It is all new Wolverine. Nah, this isn't Wolverine, the one we're used to. It's not Logan, alright? This is a different Wolverine. It's a woman named, if you're familiar with X-23, you watched the movie Logan, you know who I'm talking about. So I got this at 40 bucks. Again, killer deal, man. 40 bucks for this. I wasn't sure if I needed it because I collect Wolverine. I'm collecting the omnibuses. But I was like, this isn't Wolverine, so it's probably something I can skip, right? But at that price again, I was like, let's pick it up. 40 bucks is a great deal. This one collects, I believe, the whole series. 1 through 35 it says. So I believe that's the whole series. It is Tom Taylor on writing. Hear good things about his writing. So can't wait to dig into this one as well. I know before this, there's 2 trade paperbacks, which I own digitally. Is the Death of Wolverine and then the Return of Wolverines, right? So I think those 2 trade paperbacks are about 400 pages each. If you put both of them into one omni, it would be about the size of this one. And that would be great because that shows the death of Wolverine and it shows the battle for everybody's trying to be the next Wolverine and she ends up getting the spot, right? So we end up it's kind of like a journey to see who's going to replace Wolverine, and ends up being her. But we have Sabretooth, we have Lady Deathstrike, we have a lot of people with claws, right? They want to take the mantle. Very similar to Batman, the Cowl, where everybody's trying to replace Batman once he's out of commish. All the Robins want to be the next Batman, right? Same exact concept. Alright, this is the inner cover to the Wolverine book right here. We got a back cover. Nice. Nice. Alright, let's flip to some of these pages. Yellow yellow inner cover. Oh, the pages here. Flipping through these pages compared to the books I just flipped through, they seem very, very thin, very kind of flimsy almost. But it works though. There's no bleed through to the art on the other side. So that's the main important thing. As long as it doesn't affect art where I can't see this on this side, I'm good. I don't really care if they're thin. This isn't too bad. I mean, it is pretty thin, like I said, compared to the ones, but it's not the end of the world. This is kind of basically the paper you're gonna get on the regular single issues nowadays. Okay, so the art here, we get the cover. Don't mind the covers. I'm always a fan, and I know Marvel, I can always count on them, and so can I with DC, that they're always gonna have the cover. It's gonna have the cover of the first issue, then you get the issue, right? And it says 1 down here. DC doesn't show you what issue it is. I freaking hate that. Here it shows you it's issue 1, and I'll show you issue 2 and so forth, right? So always enjoy that. The art is pretty good. Pretty good. Doesn't look bad here. Again, like I said, I hear a lot of good things about Tom Taylor. So I'm expecting, my hopes are a little higher for this. Plus it's Wolverine, you know. So my hopes are higher on this than on some of the other books. Hey, it lays really good, real flat and everything. Maybe I should get the X23 Omni, is what you will read before this, I guess. I don't think they really connect. You will read more of the Death of Wolverine stuff that leads to this. Here you have Wolverine, but he's old. Huh. Okay, I think we're gonna leave it right here. Ooh, just some issues with the binding there. Okay, it looks okay. Alright, this is the last book I got at 40 bucks. It's Super Sons, Steel Sealed. A lot of people have been selling this book because they're making a new one, a new expanded edition. This one's called Expanded Edition, but the other one's called Super Expanded Edition. I know, right? So anyways, the other one's gonna have, I think, like an extra 10 issues or something like that. This is a good sized book. The other one's gonna be even bigger. I hate the huge DC books, so to me this is perfect. I don't need the other one. And a lot of people are selling this one because they're gonna upgrade to the other one. To me, I'd much rather have this size one. So yeah, now the next books, they were it was a bundle deal. Yeah, so that one, it's written by Peter J. Tomasi. I read some of his Batman and Robin. It's pretty good. I enjoyed it. And all of a sudden, DC's dropping a gang of omnibuses based on that writer, right? So I guess he's in demand right now, right? And I'm ordering, I think I ordered already like 3 of them. So I'm just waiting for them to get here, right? And one gets released till next week, I believe. So yeah, I can't wait to see how his writing is. He's very hyped up at the moment. Hope it's good. Alright, so these next books, I got in a bundle deal. So there's no specific price because I bought them all at once. But I'm going to give you kind of a rough idea of the prices the way I saw them, right? Like once I divided them or whatever. I got this one. This one had been on my radar for a minute. I bought it, sold it because the price went up. And then when the reprint happened, they canceled my order. Somebody had it up for sale. It's a Rachel Rising hardcover omnibus. Can't wait to dig into this one as well. So I got that one. Here's the big one, Rachel Rising. You see here, it's a dead body. And then like some type of smoke, maybe a soul or a spirit's coming out. It's supposed to be a horror book. This one I heard a lot of hype back when it was coming out in singles that I heard it's really good. Have no idea, but this is the one I'm stoked for. Oh, the binding's a little rough. Let's see. Yeah, the binding's... I just have to break it in a little more. This one, all the ends are... I noticed all the ends are black, so the other one had the white on the borders. These are black, so it gives it like a darker feel. Maybe, cause, you know, it probably goes with the story because it is a horror book. Can't talk too much about it because I don't know much about it. I've never read it. All I know is a horror book. There she is taking a shower. This is pretty good art right here. Good storytelling. Reminds me a lot of Psycho. You've seen the movie Psycho? You know what I'm talking about. Alright, let's get to the next book. Onslaught. I sold my copy a long time ago. Rebought it. They sold me this also in a bundle deal. Used but like new. So that's 2 omnibuses. And then I got these 2 hardcovers. Motor Girl. I've been wanting to check this out. I love the build of these hardcovers. They're the perfect size. 200 pages. And standard size. Very light. I'm really digging what they did with these. And this next one is called Motor Girl Omnibus. I believe it's just 2 trades and they're both put into this book. So basically, the plot here is that this girl she's battling with post-traumatic stress syndrome, right? And this gorilla is like in her imagination, and she's a mechanic. That's what I get from this one, from what I've been told. The dialogue has definitely been cut back some. Art still pretty much the same style art, but this looks like something I would enjoy a lot more. Look at her tripping out right here, running around in her freaking boxers. So she's like a tomboy, I guess. Look, she's wearing boxers. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Looks doesn't look too bad. Yeah, I can't wait to dig into this one. Let's check out the next book. And this one is Strangers in Paradise XXV. I guess 25-year anniversary or something. So this one gets a lot of hype. Never read it, not familiar with the series. But I got those 4 books plus the Strangers in Paradise. It had 2 omnibuses. So I also got the 2 omnibuses. So that was basically 4 omnibuses and these 2 small hardcovers for 170 bucks. I didn't necessarily want these 2 books or the other 2 Strangers in Paradise omnibuses. I just wanted the Onslaught and the Rachel Rising, right? And I think they're giving them to me, I don't remember, I think like 75 bucks each. I don't remember the exact price, but basically I was like, you know what else you got? Can we work out some kind of bundle deal? And they hooked your boy up. We worked it out. They're trying to move some stuff. They're like, I'll give you a good deal. They're trying to move some shit. Just buy in bulk, so I could get a lot of stuff out at once. And I was like, cool, okay, what you got? So that's what I ended up picking. I was like, all right, let me get those 2 Strangers in Paradise and let me get these, since it's from the same writer as Rachel Rising, right? So I got everything for 170. I sold those 2 Strangers in Paradise because it's something I really didn't have a lot of interest in, and I thought about reading it. I was like, let me just read it, see if I like it. But I was like, that's 2 omnibuses. That amount of time that it's gonna take me to read that, I could dedicate that time to reading 2 like X-Men omnibuses, right? Or Spider-Man or another character I'm more interested in, right? So I was like, I don't think I'm ever gonna get to them because I'm always gonna put other books ahead of those. So I went ahead and sold them for, I think I got like 50 bucks for them. I think 60, but then with fees and all that, I think it was like 50. So it's basically like I paid 120 bucks for these 2 omnis and those 2 hardcovers. So the way I see it, it was kind of like 50 bucks an omnibus for Onslaught and Rachel Rising. Great deal. And then like I paid 10 each for these, right? So great prices. I'm gonna read this one, see if I enjoyed it or not, because I hear Slice of Life and Alright, so this is the Strangers in Paradise. I heard it was Slice of Life, so they would obviously be the couple, and I think they were like in their college years and whatnot. And here, I guess it's 25 years later, and they have children now, right? So now we're gonna see Slice of Life, but through adult life instead of college life when you're finding yourself and whatnot, right? So let's go through a few of the pages here. The art is you're familiar with Terry Moore, you know what art to expect. I enjoy it. I don't really see why anybody wouldn't enjoy it because it's pretty straightforward. He's not doing anything crazy or different, right? Pretty basic, but one thing, look at all the dialogue. Oh my god, look at all that dialogue. Yeah, people say at least I don't know about this one, but the omnibuses that they were a bit slow. A lot of dialogue, a lot of reading, not a lot happens because it's slice of life, right? It's them finding themselves in their college years, maybe going to work, going to class. So this is probably gonna be about them going to work, raising kids and whatnot, right? I kind of would wish it was in color, but to me, if it's black and white, it's not a deal breaker, you know. But although I do enjoy color more, I don't mind black and white. Here's changes a little bit. I'm a little iffy on it if that's something I really want to read. This one, however, this is probably gonna be a keep because I think this is gonna be something that I'm probably gonna enjoy more than this. But we'll see. Maybe this will totally surprise me, right? And I'm gonna be like, why didn't I keep the other omnis? But anyways, we'll see. I do like the art. It's Rachel, Terry Moore's art, so I do enjoy it. Yeah, guys. So I think that's all I got for today. All I wanted to show off what I got right here. If you're not already on that group and you have a Facebook account, check it out. It's a fun group, and sometimes you get some good deals, right? Also, if you wanna sell some books or unload some stuff without dealing with the eBay fees and all that, go ahead and check out the group. You can always sell your books right there, right? So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like button. And like I said, if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That will notify you on your feed every time a new video drops. Other than that, check you guys out next time.